Yeah, a little bit frustrating we couldn't get the win, but 0-0's never a bad result in Europe. I think what's important is that if you can't score, that you don't concede. I was very pleased with the players this evening in terms of, we were up against it a wee bit without strikers and how they adapted and the level of control that they had. They're showing that at this level, that ability to be patient and look for the openings. Chances can be few and far between, of course, at the level, but I thought in particular first half real good positioning and just needed that final ball really. I felt in the final third. You can see they're a good side, champions of their country. They got a big history, Rosenborg, but they'll also know that they'll want to come out a little bit more than what they did. At home, playing at home, where they've got to take a bit more initiative, and of course that opens up space for us. And I think last season showed that we actually scored more goals away from home. So yeah, it's still evenly balanced. We'll be another week fitter, but very, very pleased with the players overall and what they had to contend with in the game. And I thought in the main, it was a great atmosphere, and like I say, we just needed that little break.
Still looking for a bit more though in terms of during the game creating more chances.
Yeah, but enough pressure, enough control of the ball. But we're 4 weeks into pre-season. I'm getting everything that I would want from the players at this stage. They've been first class in their training and their work. Still very early. They're a team that's midway through their season. They're going to be a bit sharper. They're going to be a little bit more dynamic at times. But you can still see we are players 4 weeks in that they're still, at a really good level. So, but we'll look forward to the second leg. Like I say, they'll come out a little bit more and should open it up for us.
Will Lee Griffiths be fit for the second leg?
We'll see. We'll see. He's been out injured, so even if he was available for this, he couldn't play. He had a calf strain, so we'll see how he is over the next few days leading into next week.
The Belly's out until September, do you think?
I would think so, yeah.
How much of a concern is that then going into next week's game?
Well, of course it is if you haven't got strikers that are fit, but I can't worry about it so much. I need to focus on finding a way in order to get a result. And then look at it going forward.
What did you make of Tom Rodgers tonight?
Yeah, I thought he'd done very well. Of course, he wasn't quite playing up as a striker. We played him just off in a sort of withdrawn role, slightly higher than what he normally plays. But yeah, I thought he did very well. And I was asking the wingers as well to come in a little bit more and penetrate. And that was difficult because Rosenborg was sat very, very deep. But I thought at times our general play was very good, our passing and our quality. It was just that little bit around the edge of the box where when you have the natural strikers, they manipulate the ball to get the shots, and then they're a reference for the team to bounce it off as well. So maybe in just that final sector of the field, we just missed that link. But as I said, we'll try to find a way next week.
Is Dembele a recurrence of the hamstring?
Yeah.
How would you rate Griffiths' chances? Are you hopeful? Are you confident?
Hopeful. Yeah, hopeful. But we'll see where he's at by the weekend.
Shevchenko, is he a chance?
Well, again, we'll see. We'll see. He was training well right up until Monday, and then had a slight groin issue. He's had a scan. It shows up a little bit of something, but we'll see how he is over the next few days.
At least Christopher Ayer, I would have wanted his contribution.
Yeah, it's difficult. A young player coming in, 19 years of age, into a big game like this here. He acquitted himself well. He's only going to get better, Christopher. As he plays and gets more experience. But he's got the tools there, and I believe going forward he can be a very good young player. But just needs experience playing and feeling the pressure of the big games.
So you've spoken about introducing courage and mental toughness in it over the past year or so. Is next week the perfect acid test of that? Will go there with confidence? Are you pretty convinced that they'll handle it?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's, if we go and play like we did in Mönchengladbach and how we did at Man City, then we're through. So I've been delighted with the players. We just that wee final pass tonight, but next week we know we can go there and we can play. you know, and you've seen it tonight at home. You know, we were compact with and without the ball. We can go there, play our game. Like I say, I think there'll be a wee bit more space. But these games, they you know, and you have more experience than me in it up here. You know they're not easy games. I remember coming up here last year and people saying that sometimes this game is more difficult than the third game. I'm not sure about that. I think they're all. I think they just get tougher each level. But you can see they're a good side. You know, we'll be another week in our fitness as well, which is important. But we'll go there confident, knowing that we get a goal, and you know we can score goals. So we'll look forward to it.
Their manager has said he's confident of winning next week, and also he expects this team to be the most dangerous. Does that suit you for him to say that? You happy for him to go with that?
It doesn't suit me either way. I'm not really bothered. I said before, I'm never too worried. You need to write something. You need to create a story. I'm only worried about Celtic. You know, I thought they showed where they're at in their season. You know, they're a good side. You know, got some good players, and they're probably a different level of us fitness-wise. But I think what we showed that mental courage tonight that we couldn't get the goal. It's important not to concede in these games. You know, and 0-0 at home is still, when they go away and reflect and think about it, they'll know that for us to go there with the speed and the quality we have in the team, and with more space, you would suspect, then it's going to be equally as tough for them.